This is the IT address of Quezon City. Convenient, Skyway connected, and easily accessible, the Signature Residences is the perfect home at the heart of this vibrant city that you've grown to love. From A. Bonifacio Avenue, you have an entrance ramp that goes up to this rotunda and goes to the parking entrance as well as the main entrance of the Signature Residences, a project under Prestige by Philinvest. So in the middle of the hustle and bustle of this coveted address here in Quezon City, you have your urban sanctuary. The moment you step foot inside the lobby, morning, all you hear is peace and quiet. All of a sudden, you're in a home that is serene, that is tranquil, and gives you space to breathe. Now, speaking of space, I would love to tour you around, so let's check out one of their 2-bedroom units. Have a wide main entrance and you will instantly be welcomed into this open space where you have your dining as well as your living. But before we check that out, I want to show you the kitchen first. So you have a doorway over here and it feels like an open space planning, right? But it is still segmented. The kitchen is still its own space and I love that. So obviously this is very interior designed, right? So when you get a unit here, you will get a bare unit, which will come with the counters, of course, but not the appliances. However, this specific unit is available. So if you're curious about that, make sure you check out the description. Okay, so you have your kitchen layout over here. You have you have counters on both sides as well as cupboards. And then, of course, provision for your refrigerator. You have your sink and then your range. And then over here, you actually have a service area, which is still very high ceiling, and then you have your provision for your washing machine, etc. But if you wanted to turn this into your step quarters, pwede rin naman, and then it has access to its own shower and toilet. So let's go back out. And then over here you have your living space. So you have a round table here for your dining area, which I think is perfect. It really enhances just how much space you have to breathe. And speaking of breathe, ang ganda ng color palette na ginamit nila, no? It feels very relaxing. Hopefully that translates through the video. And then over here, you have your living area and you have enough wall estate to actually hang a large TV and then space for a 2 to 3 seater sofa, depending on the style that you get. But yeah, you have high ceiling, you have beautiful lighting, and you have ample space for the furniture of your choosing. Now, the important part here also is the fact that you have a lot of natural light coming in thanks to the almost floor-to-ceiling windows, which actually are sliding glass panels that lead out to the balcony. And when you do go out into the balcony, so you have a lot of space to work with here, both width and depth. You also have your outdoor AC units here for easy maintenance. And again, lots of space, enough for a seating setup right here. Nestled at the tail of the dragon here in Quezon City, your balcony offers a wonderful view of Metro Manila, as well as your grand resort style pool, which brings me to the amenities. As mentioned, you have a grand resort style pool where you and your family can unwind and relax by the lounge chairs, which are actually on one of the many layers of the pool itself. So lots of fun depth, which is actually grand enough that you can do Olympic laps from end to end to keep your fitness levels up. And speaking of fitness, you have a fitness center, a fully equipped indoor gym with its own reception, as well as its own locker and shower areas. Right next to that, you have the library, a quiet corner where you can work, study, or simply relax in peace and look out into the view around you, which includes the outdoor play area. Perfect for kids and kids at heart who want to soak up some sun. And of course, you have the function rooms, perfect for entertaining guests and visitors in a more quiet and tranquil space, which of course has a view of the gardens. You have lush greenery all around, and that just adds to the very tranquil vibe. All of the amenities and spaces here at the Signature Residences give you a sense of peace and tranquility from the moment you step onto the lobby until you close your unit doors. Okay, so of course you have those spaces to spend with your family and friends, but of course at the end of the day, you want your own private space, and that is of course where the bedrooms come in. So here you have a nice hallway where you can show off your family photos, paintings, etc. And then the first door on your right is bedroom number 1. So as you can see, you also have a lot of space here, both vertically and horizontally. So enough space for a single bed, or in this case, a day bed. You can even actually fit a bigger one if you wanted to. Then you have your built-in cabinetry, vanity, and then again, your huge windows for that natural light. I also love that they used panels. I mean, the paneling you see here for the designs, it just makes the space feel so much more elevated. And then over here, you have a pocket sliding door that leads to your common shower and toilet. Of course, you also have your sink here. So again, you have a nice and generous space for your common toilet and bath. And then here at the end of the hallway, you have your primary room, or bedroom number 2. So I love that the walls are curved, just like the rest of the architecture that you saw outside. You have enough space for a queen-sized bed. Again, you have high ceiling, lots of natural light coming in from the windows, and then you have your built-ins over here. And of course, this being the primary bedroom, you again have a sliding door that leads to the ensuite toilet and bath, or shower and bath, with your sink, toilet, and shower space. You also have an awning window over here. Okay, so that is the layout for the 2-bedroom unit. It depends on what unit you get, of course. There are 2-bedroom units and 3-bedroom units available. Now that being said, let me do a recap. So you have about 83.78 square meters of floor area, 2 bedrooms, 3 toilet and baths or shower and baths. You have a service area, and then you have this open space planning for your living and dining, and then a somewhat compartmentalized kitchen, which still feels very open, and then balcony access. And again, it depends on the unit that you get. It could be a 2-bedroom or a 3-bedroom unit, and some of them will come bare if that's what you need, but if you want this specific unit, this is already designed, it's also available. Now that being said, you have your wonderful amenities. You have your fitness center, your outdoor playground, your library, your function rooms, and of course, your grand resort style swimming pool. And again, all of this is in the heart of Quezon City. So if you want to see this for yourself, check out the description below. And again, this is the Signature Residences, a project under Prestige by Philinvest. Again, of course, feel free to check out their website and other social media right here. And I'll see you in the next one.